Every man has a hidden test for women. It's silent, unspoken, and psychology confirms. Most women fail it without even realizing, until it's too late. It's not something he writes down or even thinks through step by step. It doesn't come from a handbook or advice from friends. This test is built into how he's wired, shaped by biology, past experiences, and the way his ego protects itself. Most of the time, he wouldn't even be able to tell you he's doing it. Yet, the moment arrives in every connection, and how you respond to it can change everything. And here's where it quietly begins, just at the setup. He's testing you before he even knows you. Men don't consciously plan it. It's biological and psychological. Long before there's a label on the relationship, his mind is scanning for cues about who you are under the surface. His subconscious is wired to filter one thing above all. Can I trust her with my vulnerability and ego? This isn't about the conversations you have when things are light and fun. It's about how safe he feels to let you see the parts of him that aren't polished. Every man knows, even if only subconsciously, that the wrong reaction at the wrong time can make him regret opening up. So, before he even knows you well, he's collecting information about how you respond to shifts in energy, tone, or circumstance. In those early days, the test is often invisible. You might think you're just getting to know each other, yet every little reaction you have is quietly teaching him how much trust he can give you. He's not just noticing what you say, but also how you hold yourself, how you handle small frustrations, and whether you keep your composure when the energy changes. While it might feel unfair to be evaluated so early, this is human nature at work. Both men and women filter potential partners through subtle cues, but his filter has a particular focus, finding out whether your presence strengthens him or threatens his sense of security. And the moment that filter really kicks in is easy to spot. The test is triggered in the first real conflict or power shift. The test doesn't truly begin until the first crack appears in the perfect picture. He says something disappointing. He pulls away. He messes up. In that moment, the dynamic changes, and without realizing it, he's paying close attention to what you do next. It's not about whether you forgive him or not. It's about the emotional energy you bring to the situation. The test begins when he becomes less than perfect and sees how you respond to the version of him that's flawed. That's when your reactions carry more weight than anything you've said before. He's observing whether you can handle imperfection without spiraling, whether you can address a problem without attacking, and whether you keep your self-respect when the balance shifts. That first moment of tension is often when the truest impressions are formed, and they're hard to undo once they're set. Many women don't even realize the test has started until much later, when they're wondering why his energy changed. The shift happened back when the interaction stopped being effortless, and your response in that moment either built trust or chipped away at it. Even more, women don't understand or realize what the man wants out of those tests. And this begs the question, what is he actually testing for? It's not a puzzle or a game. He's looking for clarity on a few core questions. Will you criticize or stay grounded when the moment turns tense? Will you chase or pull back with dignity if he creates distance? Will you lose self-respect to keep the connection alive when things feel uncertain? These questions aren't just about the immediate situation. They're about whether you can maintain balance under emotional pressure. For him, this isn't just attractive. It's essential for deciding how much of himself he's willing to invest. He's testing if you're ruled by emotion or centered in power. That difference matters because it tells him whether you're someone who can be trusted in the long term, not just in the good moments, but in the inevitable challenging ones. Your ability to stand firm without closing off completely is what signals emotional safety to him. He's not expecting perfection. He's looking for steadiness, the kind that makes him feel stronger instead of more guarded after a conflict. And this is exactly where so many women stumble without realizing it. That makes it crucial to talk about the most common way women fail the test. This is where good intentions often backfire. Overreacting, over-explaining, or over-giving when he creates emotional distance can make you think you're repairing the bond. Yet, it sends a completely different message. Trying to prove your worth when he goes cold tells him that you'll chase even when his energy drops. Seeking reassurance instead of setting boundaries signals that his withdrawal has more power over you than your own self-respect does. In his mind, that's not love, that's weakness. And the test ends with disinterest. This isn't because he wants you to play games, but because human attraction fades when one person abandons their own value to hold on to the other. The moment you start closing the gap he created, instead of letting him come forward, you fail the part of the test that matters most, proving that you can hold your ground without trying to control his response, which is why it's important to understand how passing it changes the entire dynamic. Passing the test isn't about perfection, it's about presence. You stay calm, clear, and in control. That steadiness speaks volumes because it shows that your mood and worth are not at the mercy of his behavior. You mirror his energy without losing your value. If he pulls back, you don't lunge forward. You hold steady, creating space for him to choose to come closer. That balance between openness and self-respect changes how he sees you. You say, "I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to be chosen by the right person." That mindset is rare, and when a man feels it, it forces him to recalibrate. You're no longer in the role of someone proving themselves. You're in the role of someone who already knows their worth. He doesn't just notice, he adjusts. The way he approaches you shifts because you've shown that your energy can't be pulled off center by his tests, whether intentional or not. But the twist many women miss is that he may not even know he's testing you. It's instinct, pattern recognition. His brain is quietly collecting information and placing you into categories shaped by his past experiences. Men are wired to protect their ego, and the test is about emotional safety, not games. If his vulnerability has been mishandled in the past, his subconscious is even more alert. It's looking for signs that you will either build him up or tear him down in subtle, everyday ways. Failing it once isn't fatal, but failing it repeatedly. That's how women get ghosted, breadcrumbed, or kept around without commitment. When it happens more than once, his brain labels the dynamic as unsafe or unbalanced, and he adjusts accordingly, often by pulling away. This is why awareness matters. Passing the test isn't about manipulation. It's about showing up with grounded self-respect and consistency so you naturally meet the standard his subconscious is looking for. Men test for strength disguised as softness, for grace under pressure, and for the woman who doesn't flinch when he pulls away, because she doesn't chase energy that disappears.